Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tipper Betting Tips. I trust you're having a fantastic evening and you really enjoyed the tipping that took place out at Greyville today. The kid tipped his best bet, Indian Ocean, at even money, which won, and his value bet in race 1, number 8, Secret Identity, at 4-1. Some fantastic tipping there. He tipped the bar pot 8 times, the PAs 48 times, jackpot 1 returned 1,140 Rand, and jackpot 2 1,768. So that was fantastic for our punters and our subscribers who only pay 400 Rand a month. And it was really cracking racing, which we really enjoyed. I'm going to have the postman that's going to be tipping. He's going to be tipping out at Turffontein, and he's going to be tipping an 8-race program. So I'm going to hand you over to the postman for his analysis.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, no matter where in the world you guys are, and a big warm welcome to the Top Tipper family. Before we get into our selections for Sunday, the 14th of May, let's just get some feedback quickly. Thursday, tough day at the office for most. However, value bet arrived. Paying 3 Rand a drum. I certainly hope you guys got on that. Drifted out to 16-1 and really ran on well. So ecstatic with that result. I think everybody got out of the cart with that one. Things started well. The first race, the Work Riders at horse 6, I think it was called Elusive Fire, that came home for us. But when we started getting to the exotics, some tough results. But never mind, we're still showing a profit. Things are going well for us. And we need to move on to Sunday the 14th. Again, before I get there, we were up at Summerfeld this morning. And a big thanks to Nate Kotson and everybody there for looking after us. Thank you very much. Right, guys, racing comes to us, as I said, from Turffontein on Sunday the 14th of May. We have the inner track, 8 races carded. The first event is due off at 12:30. And again, for those that are new to the family, guys, when it comes to selections, we will never give you a 4 to 10 shot or 5 to 10 shot as a best bet. I don't have to do that. You can do that yourself. So please, when we go through and you see a value bet or whatever, obviously we know that those horses are short. We will let you know whether we think they will arrive or not, but we will never tip you something that short as a best bet or value bet. So just bear that in mind. Guys, first race, as I said, due off at 12:30. This is a maiden plate for the girls over 1,450 meters. And this is the first leg of the bipot. We've been through this card, we've watched reruns, and honestly, those that have run, there's nothing going to Hollywood, yeah. And you don't have to be too great to win the first race. And due to that fact, our first selection here will be horse number 8. This is Rose Greenow. And this daughter of Gimme the Green Light, ridden by Diego de Gavea, drawn 6 out of 8. As I said, doesn't have to be too good to win. Currently around about 5-2, and I'm going to tip that as a first selection. For second, I've gone for the obvious. This is the 3 Tsikame Pearl. Sienna Sasibo for the Verdunese yard. He will be taking his 2.5 off. Decent effort last night, getting beaten ahead, and again should be filling in one of the minor spots. For third, we've gone for the 1 Count Your Chances, Gavlarina for the Broncos yard. Again, decent effort last time out, was drawn wide and should be there and thereabouts. For fourth, we've gone for the 6 Shiver Spirit. We've gone for Wesley Mawing for Waishong, and again looking for an improved effort there. In the bipot, however, guys, we're not taking a chance. I'm putting 3 horses here because I think we can go lighter later. So we've gone 8, 3, 1 and 6, bipot 1, 3 and 8. Race 2. This is due off at 13:05. I made a plate for over 1,450 meters. A small field of 9 goes to the start here, and we have a very, very short price favourite, and this is horse number 1, Free Movement. This is Muzieni for Robbie Sage. We go and we look. This ran second last time out behind Mo the Man, half a length off the winner. We go and look at Grable in the third race. There was a horse there called Indian Ocean. Went off around about 6 to 10. Gabriel Peterson rode this one for Paulie Matchett. This finished just over 2 lengths behind Free Movement and came home like a 1 to 2 shot. On that form here, horse number 1, Free Movement, 4 to 10, looks an absolute pointer. And we're going to banker that in all exotics. If you want to take swingers or exactors, guys, we suggest you can throw in horse number 2, Pembroke, Keegan DeMello for the De Kock yard. That should fill in one of the minor spots. For third, we've gone for horse number 3. And this is Mayor of Maryville, Ray Dennison for the Fortune Yard. I'm looking for an improved effort from this one. And at long odds, guys, maybe throw this one into swingers. If this one can run second or third, certainly make your swingers pay a touch more. For fourth, we've gone for the 4, Scallywag. Dennis was for the Tony Peter Yard. So race 3, don't have to be too adventurous. 1 looks a good thing. And we've gone 1, 2, 3, and 4. We move on to the third race on the card. This is due off at 13:45, 1200-meter event, and it's a middle stakes. Again, we go through here, and for me, it looks like a match race. Our first selection, a narrow first selection, will be the 8, Fostinova. Keegan DeMella for the Jansa van Vuren yard. Nicely drawn at 1. Decent run last time out, or very good run, ahead behind Smith & Wesson. Was doing its best work late, and 18 to 10, must be there and thereabouts. As I said, narrow first selection. For second, we've gone for the 9. This is Silver Tudor. Samanga Kamolo gets the mount here for the Sean Terry yard. Won well last time out by 5 lengths, and again, should be there and thereabouts. For third, I've gone for 5. Dance Till Daylight, Craig Zaki for the Van Vuren yard. And for fourth, I've gone for the 3, Ikigai, Donald Geertsen for the Terry yard. If Ikigai was drawn a bit better, I would have elevated this one into our selections. But round about 14 to 1, I would throw this one if you take in trifectas and quartets. So race 3, guys, we've gone 8, 9, 5, and 3. The fourth race on the card, this is due off at 14:20, mid-rate 88 handicap for the girls over 1800 meters. And here we find the first of my value bets. And this is horse number 4. This is Tarantino. Dege de Gavea for Stewie Pettigrew. It's drawn all right at 6. Last time out of 1600 meters was slow, but was finishing hand over fist. I do believe the additional 200 meters will suit this one down to the ground. And at 8 to 1, guys, I think this is great value. A must in all bets. For second, I've gone for the 3. This is Peyton's Tears, Caden Brewer for the Hudalarkis yard. Last 2 runs were under the hands of Caden. He retains the ride, and again, 2 seconds. And I do believe that this one again will be there when the whips are cracking. For third, I've gone for 1, Ipso Factor. Nicely drawn at 3 as well. Ray Dennison for the Fortune yard. Again, meets 3 on the same weight terms, and again, should be there and thereabouts. For fourth, we've gone for horse number 10, Midnight Crystal. Donald Geertsen for the Terry yard. Has won 3 on a trot, and again, taking pick sixes. Don't leave this one out. Donald knows this one like the back of his hand. So race 4. We've gone 4, 3, 1, and 10, and I do think 4 Tarantino is very nice value at 8 to 1. The fifth race on the card, due off at 14:55, a merit rated 72 handicap for the girls, and again over 1800 meters. And in the fifth race, my first selection here is horse number 8, Call the Wind. I'm looking to roll the favorite, Muzieni for the Magna yard. Last time out, over this course and distance, was staying on, was not disgraced. The form has been franked, and again round about 10 to 1, throw this one in swingers and each small each way bet on that. For second, I've gone for the 6. This is Quasi's Lady, Caden Brewer for the lead yard. Slow last time out, was running on over 1600 meters. Again, the 1800 meters should suit this one down to the ground. Running really, really well. Must be included in all exotics. For third, I've gone for a nice Raffia. This is the 7 written in the sand. Samanga Kamala for the Habib yard. Samanga retains the ride. And was not disgraced last time out, finishing only 4.5 lengths behind Midnight Crystal. Go and watch a rerun of that one. Was finishing his race off as well, was running on. So please don't leave this one out. This one could come through and upset the apple cart and make our exotics pay. For fourth, I've gone for the 5, Pashasha, Ray Danielson for the Magna yard. I'm putting a line through the last effort. I'm sure it's a lot better than that. And again, 14-1, I think good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. So race 5, 8, 6, 7, and 5. Take note, guys, horse 2, Morby, has been scratched. 6 race on the card, you're off at 15.25. Graduation plate over 1600 meters. And again, this looks an absolute pointer. Horse number 1, Shoemaker. This for me is 2 or 3 divisions better than it meets here. Currently around about 1-5. If this one loses, well, we would really be surprised. And I think, as I said, banker and all exotics. For second, if you're taking swingers and exactas, throw in the 3, Johnny Dogs, 81, nicely drawn at 1. Matthew Thackeray retains the ride for the Clarkson yard. I think this will jump. I think we'll go to the front. Maybe stays on for second or third. For third, we've gone for 5, Ignatius, Gavlarina for the Van Vuren yard. I do think that this one is better than the last effort. I think the 1600 meters would suited better than that, than the 1400 meters. And again, should be there and thereabouts. For fourth, I've gone for the 4, American Biscuit, Dennis Swaz for the Tyrone Zaki yard. Decent effort last time out behind Twin Turbo. And again, good enough for one of the quartet or trifecta spots. Race 6, 1, 3, 5, and 4. And as I said, 1 looks a banker in all exotics. Race 7, not the easiest race in the card. Please take note, horse 1, Sprinkles, has been scratched, leaving us with a field of 13. And in the 7th race, narrow first selection here, is a 6, Tipsy Tarragon. Dennis Swaz for the Tony Peter yard. A decent effort last time out, finishing second behind Brave Viking. Again, I think this will jump. I think we'll sit handy. And we'll make the rest pick up their feet in order for them to go past. Second, I've gone for 4. This is Terra Time, Craig Zaki for the Hudalakis yard. I'm putting a line through the last effort. Was found not striding out, had valid excuses. And again, for me, good enough to be in the firing line here. For third, I've gone for the 11 at Miami, JP van der Merwe for the Dawson yard. Again, rest at 15 weeks, put a line through the last run. First run for the new yard, must be better than that last effort. For fourth, we've gone for the 9 Crimson Princess. I'm looking for a decent effort from this one. Jared Penny gets around for the Fortune yard. And again, good enough to fit in one of the minor spots. Put in as many as the budget would allow, guys, if you're taking exotics. And we've gone 6, 4, 11, and 9. The lucky last, you're off at 16.30. Med rated 75 handicap over 1600 meters. Take note, horse 8 has been scratched, leaving us with a field of 11. Guys, field race. Put in as many as the budget would allow. Narrow first selection, 2, Miller Hugh. Keegan Demera for the Van Vuren yard. Nicely drawn at 3. Keegan retains the ride. Did have excuses last time out. Was switched 300 or 400 out. Big weight, but again, in this field, certainly must be included. For second, we've gone for the 6, JP 2000, Samangi Kamala for the Habib yard. Was not disgraced last time out, finishing 4th, under 1.5 lengths behind Celestial City. And again, good enough to be in the picture. For third, we've gone for the 3, Princess Ilaria, Craig Zaki for the Broncos yard. 2 decent efforts under the hands of Craig, and again, should be included. For fourth, nice Ruffy, 11, Nabiscio, Caden Brewer for the Tyrone Zaki yard. Again, looking for this one to finish in the frame. And as I said, tough event, putting as many as the budget would allow, simply because we've gone light early on. Guys, the short price favourite look like they're going to come home and load up on the other races. Look after yourselves, take it easy, check for jockey changes, check for scratchings, check for betting moves on first timers. Take it easy. Stevie, back to you in the studio.
Thanks for that, the postman. We really appreciate that. I see you tipped the 8 race program, a bar pot to PA, your value bets, race 4 and race 7, and your 2 jackpots. Guys, don't forget we give free racing tips out in Ireland. Dalboy's been tipping out in Ireland, and he's got a fantastic strike rate of winners. And we've also been tipping for our punters that pay the 400 Rand a month. We've been tipping out in the UK, and those horses have also been winning. So we're on a fantastic roll at the moment. Please, Lord, let it keep continuing, and keep our punters happy with their profit. Just for 400 Rand a month, guys, you can get involved, and we don't tip thousands of rands bets and perms. We're tipping a couple hundred Rand for you guys so that everyone can get involved. So all in all, enjoy, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.